Be prepared. A once-in-a-decade cosmic event is about to hit, and most people have no idea what's coming. April 20th marks the moment when Venus, now direct in Pisces, perfectly aligns with the North Node, creating what spiritual astrologers call a destiny heart portal. This isn't just another planetary aspect. This is a karmic crossroads that will rewrite the trajectory of your relationships, your self-worth, and even your soul's purpose. The last time this exact alignment occurred in Pisces was over a decade ago, and what makes this even more powerful is that Venus has just emerged from retrograde, carrying all the lessons and revelations from the shadow period. This isn't random timing. This is the universe orchestrating a profound shift that you cannot afford to miss. And here's the thing, there's one specific mistake almost everyone makes during this rare portal that completely blocks its transformative power. I'll reveal it later in this video, so make sure you keep watching. But first, you need to understand what's really happening. This isn't just about finding love or strengthening existing relationships. This is about a cosmic recalibration of your heart's true north, your soul's deepest desires finally aligning with your destiny. The veil between what you want and what you're meant to have is paper thin right now. For some of you, this alignment will manifest as unexpected encounters that feel strangely familiar, like you've known someone forever when you've just met. For others, it will be sudden clarity about relationships that no longer serve your highest good. And for a few of you, this will be the moment when everything you thought you knew about love gets completely redefined. But before you can harness this energy, you need to know what you're dealing with, because this portal is so powerful, so transformative, that approaching it without awareness could leave you confused, overwhelmed, or worse, missing the opportunity entirely. The portal opens. What's really happening on April 20th? What makes April 20th different from any other day? Why is this particular alignment so spiritually significant? Because when Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and values, meets the North Node, the point of karma, destiny, and future evolution, something magical happens. Think of it like this: Venus represents what your heart truly desires, while the North Node represents where your soul is being called to grow. When these two forces merge in Pisces, the sign of spiritual connection, compassion, and universal love, the universe creates a direct channel between your deepest heart's desires and your highest spiritual destiny. This isn't just about romantic connections, though many will experience profound shifts in that area. This is about all forms of love: self-love, creative passion, compassion for humanity, and yes, those soul-deep connections with others that transcend ordinary relationships. The energy of this portal began building days ago. You might already be feeling it. Strange coincidences, old connections suddenly resurfacing, dreams becoming more vivid, emotions running deeper than usual. But April 20th is when the alignment becomes exact, when the portal fully opens. And here's what most people don't realize. This portal is especially powerful because Venus just completed its retrograde journey. All those lessons about self-worth, all those reflections on past relationships, all those moments of clarity about what you truly value, they weren't random, they were preparation for this moment. Venus retrograde was the universe asking you to review and reconsider. Now Venus direct meeting the North Node is the universe saying, are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to claim what you truly deserve? But there's something else happening, something even deeper that most astrologers won't tell you. The hidden significance no one is talking about. This alignment isn't just rare, it's happening at a crucial moment in cosmic history. With Pluto having just moved into Aquarius, reshaping collective consciousness, and Jupiter expanding opportunities in Gemini, this Venus North Node conjunction becomes a critical activation point. It's like the universe has been rearranging the furniture, and now it's finally placing the centerpiece, your heart's true alignment with your destiny. What makes this even more significant is that this conjunction is happening in Pisces, the final sign of the zodiac, representing spiritual completion, divine love, and the dissolving of boundaries. This is about transcendent love, the kind that heals wounds across lifetimes. But here's the part nobody's talking about. This alignment is also creating a subtle energetic bridge to the past. Those soul contracts you made, those promises across lifetimes, those connections that were always meant to find their way back to you, they're being activated now. You might feel it as a strange pull towards someone specific. You might experience unexpected memories surfacing. You might even feel a presence around you that you can't quite explain, as if someone or something is trying to reach you across the veil. This isn't just imagination, this is energy in motion. The universe is rearranging pieces on the cosmic chessboard, and you're right in the middle of it. But with great power comes great responsibility, and that's why you need to be extremely careful about the energy you bring to this portal, because what you put in is what you'll get back, magnified tenfold. Don't rush into actions based on fleeting emotions. The first and perhaps most dangerous mistake is acting impulsively on the heightened emotions this portal brings. During this Venus North Node conjunction, your feelings will be amplified beyond belief. What feels like undeniable certainty today might look completely different once the energy shifts. The portal is opening your heart, yes, but it's also stirring up everything that's been hidden there. Old wounds, unprocessed grief, buried desires, they're all rising to the surface, creating an emotional tsunami that could easily sweep you away. You might feel an overwhelming urge to text an ex, to confess feelings to someone you've secretly loved, to walk away from a relationship that suddenly feels wrong, or to dive headfirst into a connection that feels cosmically ordained. But here's the truth. This energy is meant for clarity first, action second. The universe isn't asking you to make dramatic moves right now. It's asking you to pay attention, to listen, to feel, but not necessarily to decide or declare. Instead of rushing into action, sit with what emerges, journal about it, meditate on it, let the emotions flow through you without immediately acting on them. What feels like an emergency is actually an emergence of truth, of alignment, of deeper understanding. The heart portal is revealing what's real, but that doesn't mean you need to respond to every revelation with immediate action. Some truths need time to mature before they're ready to be acted upon. Ignoring the message from your dreams. If you've been experiencing unusually vivid dreams lately, pay attention. They're not random, they're messages. The veil between dimensions thins during powerful cosmic alignments like this one, and your subconscious mind becomes a conduit for information that your waking mind might miss. Dreams during this portal aren't just processing your day, they're processing your destiny. They're showing you symbols, patterns, and connections that are directly related to your heart's true path. Some of you might dream of water, oceans, rivers, rain, representing the emotional currents of Pisces energy. Others might dream of people from your past, showing up in new contexts or revealing truths you never saw before. Still others might experience recurring symbols that seem to be pointing towards something specific, a direction, a person, an opportunity. Ignoring these dreams is like ignoring a letter from the universe addressed specifically to you. The cosmic mail carrier has delivered it right to your door, and you're leaving it unopened on the porch. Keep a dream journal by your bed. Write down everything you remember as soon as you wake up, even if it seems nonsensical. Look for patterns. Pay attention to the emotions these dreams evoke, not just the images they contain. The feeling is often the message. These dreams aren't just entertainment, they're guidance, and during this Venus North Node portal, they're your personalized roadmap to understanding what your heart truly needs. Closing your heart out of fear. Remember when I mentioned there was one crucial mistake that almost everyone makes during this portal? This is it. Closing your heart out of fear is the single most devastating error you can make when Venus meets the North Node. This portal is designed to open you, to make you receptive to the love, creativity, and connection that the universe is trying to channel through you. But for many people, this opening feels dangerous, vulnerable, even terrifying. You might feel the energy building and instinctively want to shut down, to protect yourself, to retreat back into familiar patterns that feel safe but keep you small. Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe you've been disappointed. Maybe you've given your heart away only to have it returned damaged. I understand that fear, but here's what you need to know. The very energy you're afraid of is the energy that's here to heal you. The openness that feels dangerous is your pathway to liberation. The Venus North Node conjunction in Pisces is not just bringing new possibilities, it's bringing the chance to release old patterns of self-protection that no longer serve you. It's bringing divine compassion for the parts of yourself that have been wounded. It's bringing a cosmic reminder that true strength lies in openness, not fortress building. If you feel yourself closing down, if you notice yourself creating excuses, if you find yourself suddenly too busy to engage with the depth that's presenting itself, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of here? What am I trying to protect? And is that protection still serving my highest good? Because the greatest tragedy would be to stand at the threshold of your heart's true alignment with your soul's purpose, and then turn away because stepping through feels too vulnerable. Misinterpreting synchronicities. During this powerful portal, synchronicities will multiply. You'll notice repeated numbers, meaningful songs playing at exactly the right moment, chance encounters that feel too perfect to be coincidental, and other signs that seem to be guiding you towards something or someone. But here's where many people go wrong. They either dismiss these synchronicities entirely or they overinterpret them, projecting their own desires onto random events. Synchronicities during this Venus North Node conjunction aren't random. They're breadcrumbs on your path, but they're also not necessarily telling you exactly what you want to hear. They're invitations to pay attention, to look deeper, to consider possibilities you might have overlooked. If you keep seeing 1111 everywhere, it doesn't automatically mean that the person you're thinking about is your twin flame. It might simply be the universe saying, pay attention to your thoughts right now. They're more powerful than usual. If you run into someone from your past, it doesn't necessarily mean you're meant to reunite with them. It might be offering closure or contrast, or simply a reminder of how far you've come. The key is to notice these synchronicities without immediately assigning them definitive meanings. Let them be questions rather than answers. Let them open doors of perception rather than closing your mind around a single interpretation. During this portal, synchronicities aren't spelling out your fate, they're inviting you to co-create it more consciously. They're not giving you the full picture. They're showing you pieces of a puzzle that you're meant to assemble with both intuition and discernment. Forcing connections that aren't aligned. The final mistake, and perhaps the one with the longest-lasting consequences, is trying to force connections, relationships, or outcomes that aren't truly aligned with your highest path. The Venus North Node conjunction is bringing soul-aligned opportunities, yes, but not every opportunity that presents itself is meant for you. Not every person who catches your attention is meant to be in your life long-term. Not every open door is yours to walk through. This portal is as much about discernment as it is about openness. It's about recognizing what resonates at the soul level versus what appeals to the ego or to old patterns of attachment. Some of you might feel drawn to recreate past relationships that felt intense but were ultimately misaligned. The familiar pull of those dynamics might feel like destiny, but it's actually just recognition, your energy remembering a pattern it knows well. True destiny often feels simultaneously surprising and deeply familiar, like remembering something you never knew you forgot. It doesn't force, it doesn't chase. It unfolds with a sense of rightness that transcends logical explanation. During this portal, pay close attention to how potential connections feel in your body. Does this person, this opportunity, this path create expansion or contraction? Does it bring clarity or confusion? Does it feel like freedom, or like you're trying to squeeze yourself into a space that's too small? The Venus North Node portal is bringing you what you need, not necessarily what you think you want. And sometimes the most aligned action is no action at all, just patient, present awareness as the path reveals itself to you. What happens after the portal closes? The exact alignment of Venus and the North Node lasts for a day, but its effects will ripple outward for weeks, even months. What you set in motion now, the intentions you hold, the awareness you cultivate, the patterns you break or reinforce, all of it creates momentum that continues long after April 20th. Some of you will experience immediate shifts, unexpected meetings, sudden clarity, opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Others will notice subtler changes that unfold gradually, like seeds planted now that will bloom in their own perfect timing. But all of you will be changed by this portal. The question isn't whether this cosmic alignment will affect you, it's how consciously you choose to work with its energy. In the days following April 20th, you might feel a strange mixture of certainty and uncertainty, like you've been given a new map but are still learning how to read it. You might experience an inner knowing about what's next, even if the external details haven't yet fallen into place. This is normal. This is part of the process. This is what happens when your heart realigns with your highest destiny. There's a moment of recalibration before the new path fully reveals itself. Trust what you've learned during this portal. Trust the clarity that's emerged. Trust that even if you can't see the entire journey ahead, you've been given exactly the guidance you need for the next step. Because that's the true gift of this Venus-North Node conjunction, not some magical instant transformation, but a profound realignment that sets the stage for everything that follows. The cosmic compass of your heart has been reset to true north. Now all you have to do is follow where it leads. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.